Hey guys, Joe Drake here with the Axiom Fitness Academy, and I want to talk to you about a really important concept and one that's talked about a lot for new personal trainers, and that is understanding and finding your niche. And I guess the question really is it important that you have a niche? And I think you can find success both ways. Now there's no doubt when you guys just get started, or maybe you're not even certified yet, but you start working with clients, you're going to just be taking clients to get experience, right? You may be working with teenagers, you may work with elderly clients, you may work with fat loss clients, muscle gain clients, and that's great because you just need to get experience working with people, because I think it does two things. First off, it's going to create more of a well-rounded toolbox for you. The chances are, if you're like me, when I first started training, you kind of had one way of doing things, and which is usually what you know. So if you've been doing bodybuilding, you've been doing functional training, you've been doing sports performance, you're going to train all your clients that way. And over time, you're going to find that's not the most effective method. So working with a variety of clients is going to broaden that toolbox. But I think the second thing that it's really going to do is it's really going to tell you as a coach and trainer, who do I really get fired up about working with? Because, you know, of course we want to make great money when we're personal training and we want to make this a career. That's what the Axiom Fitness Academy is all about. But you want to enjoy what you're doing. So I think if you think about all those clients that either, you know, you're starting to work with, or as you get into training you end up working with, who do you enjoy working with most? And then who do you actually deliver great results to? Because I think that's another important thing. You got to find like what types of clients, both from a goal perspective as well as a psychological perspective, are you really succeeding with? And I think when you find those two things, and there also is just an opportunity in the area that you're in, you know, maybe you're really passionate about golf because you're a former golfer, and you know, you happen to work with a couple of golfers and they refer you more clients, and there happens to not be a lot of other golf trainers in your area. That's a really good example of a niche that I think you should continue to pursue. And you know, the next step from that would be to start to really gear your education around that as well. So that would be an example of a more specific niche, and you could think about all kinds of other scenarios, whether it's a sports specific thing, or maybe you're a female client or you're a female trainer and you connect really well with other women who have had kids and are trying to get their bodies back. You know, not to make stereotypes that men can't work with women as well, because they do, and I have, but you may connect really well and you may be really motivated by that. So that would be a good example of a niche to pursue. But even those who have those reputations, you got to keep in mind, most of them are not only exclusively working with that clientele. So I think the benefit now still is to be able to work with a variety of people, to be able to take some of those skill sets, and really I think when it gets down to it with your niche, it's really just also going to help your messaging and your marketing. So as you continue to build this brand of yours, and you might not think about it as a brand right now if you just got into training, or maybe you're thinking about it, but you yourself personally, you are a brand. And the more that you get experience working with a certain type of clientele, now you can start to think, hey, you know what? When I put out images, when I put out videos, when I put out content, when I send emails, how would that type of person want to be communicated with? And all that's going to make it so much easier for you when it comes to getting clients. So, you know, a lot of people have a lot of opinions on, you know, developing a niche. I think be patient. It doesn't need to happen right away. You need to just gather experience, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of training hours before you really say, hey, you know what? I'm the trainer for this. But if you get to that point, you're going to find no problem finding more clients. You're going to be able to charge the kind of money that you need to charge to make a career in fitness, and you're going to be happy doing what you're doing.